Hi everyone, welcome to our Tech Talk. My name is Sigourney.
And I'm Darlene.
We're part of OPI Professionals education team and we're broadcasting live from the Wella studio in Los Angeles. We're super excited to showcase one of super trendy nail art design known as bubble nails. And Darlene's did a really beautiful job to make it super festive. So if you have any questions about the techniques, the products that we're using, let us know in the comments below and also tell us where you're watching from and stay tuned for some really great giveaways. Darlene?
All right, let's get started. Okay, so I'll start with the products that I have. I'm gonna show you the looks first so we know that what we're doing. So this is a super trendy bubble look that's been on Instagram and I've seen it a lot. What I really love about it is that it does incorporate chrome. So you can get a lot of, the multi-dimensional kind of multicolor, right? But this look particularly has kind of like a reptile feel to it. So the ask that I got was, well, can we do something that's gonna be a little bit more holiday, a little bit more festive? And I was like, oh, okay, how are we gonna do this? So a little bit of practice made the bubbles to look like snow. So it's gonna have a little bit of texture as well. So you'll see that it's a little bit raised. So there's a little bit of embossing going on here. So let me get started.
Awesome.
So here I have chrome. I'm actually using OPI Chrome Effects Pay Me in Rubies. I like this one particularly because when it goes over like a white or it goes over, let's say like Let's Be Friends, even a dark color, it's gonna still give you kind of like a purple sheen, but it gives you kind of more of a pearly effect too when you have it on a lighter color.
Great tip.
And then I also have, here you'll see, I have a little OPI mug, and inside the mug is just a little bit of soap and water. And I kind of get the suds going by just, you can use like a fork, you can use, stir stick or anything like that. You just kind of want to whisk it a little bit, kind of like you're beating eggs, and it's going to give you the foam at the top. I was whisking it really, really well because I wanted the foam to have different sizes. So that's going to be, I'll show you how that works out, because see, if we look right here, that's kind of how I got like that really big piece on the corner, right?
Gives it more dimension too.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna show you first how to just do the bubble look. So we're gonna keep it pretty basic. My color here is my favorite Gal Pal. I love this one. So if you see here, it's kind of like a really nice deep dark blue, but then once we put on the chrome and we do the bubbles, it kind of gives it a nice little like purpley finish when we add the ruby chrome on top. So starting with my stick, I'm just gonna use a little stick that I've already pre-prepped. I buffed it a little bit just so that there's a little bit of grit for it to hang on to. And always start with base coat. Base coat's really what's gonna give you the adhesion. And anytime we're doing kind of a look like this, and we're encapsulating chrome, adhesion's really important because you want it to stay on and you don't want it to chip or get any type of premature chipping.
Awesome.
So just a little bit of base coat.
Remind us again how you prepped this nail tip.
I actually just used a buffer for this nail tip just so that it has a little bit of grit for my product to hang on to.
Thank you.
Yes.
We have a couple of folks watching from Stockholm, which is really exciting.
Wow.
Yeah. And then someone really loves your top.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that's curing. I have some really exciting news. We're doing 2 different types of giveaways. The first is we're giving this really beautiful gift set featuring Let's Be Friends and the Infinite Shine Finish. So for this to enter, all you have to do is follow beautiful Darlene on Instagram. Her Instagram is Nails by Darlene. And then also check out our OPI Professionals YouTube channel and subscribe to us. Once you've done those 2 things, go ahead and comment and tell us that you're done, and then you'll be qualified to enter. We're giving away 12 full sets.
Ooh, okay. Next, now that my base coat has cured, I cured it for 30 seconds, I'm gonna apply 2 coats of my favorite Gal Pal, and I'm gonna cure each coat for 30 seconds. Keep in mind too, I'm using a clear tip, so it might look a little bit more on the sheer side because my nail tip is clear, but when you're applying this onto a client, there's gonna be a little bit more opacity because the client's natural nails won't be clear.
Do you have any tips to prevent shrinking?
Ooh, yes. Shake, 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 shake. So in our formula, there are pigments, there's gel, and so the gel, they're made of oligomers. And what happens is that the pigments tend to be a little bit heavier, so they will fall to the bottom of your bottle.
Right.
So what I really like to do is I flip my bottle upside down, and I just like to kind of shake it on my hand, but upside down is kind of the way to go. You just want to make sure it's really secure and tight if you're going to do that, so that then the pigments can then come to the top, and it'll be way more dispersed. So then when you're applying, you're going to have the right mix and right ratio of pigments to oligomers.
Perfect. Thank you, Darlene. Great. So after the first coat.
Did I cure it? Yes.
Hi.
On Instagram, we've got people watching from all over the world, people saying hello from Argentina, Ecuador, UK. We also have S. Martrosian saying, yes, girl, love snow bubbles.
Yay!
Super cute. Thank you so much, Megan.
All right.
Well, yep.
Second coat. And don't worry if you're seeing like a little bit of streakiness or anything like that, because I know with chrome, it can enhance any imperfections, but because we're doing the bubble effect on top, if you have any imperfections, it'll just cover by the effect. So don't worry about that.
Awesome. While she cures the second coat, I'm going to shout out the second part of our giveaway. We have these really adorable ornaments. This features Let's Be Friends in our nail lacquer finish. And we have 12 of these that we're giving away, and the easiest way you can enter is just like this live, and that's it.
Okay.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, now for chrome, what I'm gonna do is actually use the Chrome Effects No Cleanse. And I'm just gonna apply one nice thin layer.
Could you use a regular top coat for this?
Great question. So I've actually gotten that question quite a bit. If I can use a regular, let's say, OPI top coat. So the reason why we can't use that and we have to use a no cleanse is because there's an inhibition layer. So it's like that tacky layer that you get with a traditional top coat.
Yep.
And once you remove that, the chrome won't attach on. So the best way to get the chrome to attach on is actually to use a no cleanse. Okay. And it's really important not to over cure it. If you over cure a no cleanse, the chrome will still attach, but it'll only attach to certain parts. It won't attach to the full nail.
So what's the ideal cure time for this? Well,
so for OPI, our no cleanse is made specifically for chrome, so it is a 30-second cure. Great. But let's say you wanted to use a no cleanse on top of your gel manicure, then you would want to then cure it for 60 seconds.
Awesome. Yes. Kind of like what I did on my own nails.
Exactly.
Yep.
Hey, Darlene, we're getting a question on Instagram. What light are you using?
I'm actually using our OPI light. It's the dual cure light. Dual cure meaning that there's two wavelengths. So it's 405 and 365.
Perfect. And what do those two different wavelengths do?
The two wavelengths will actually cure either UV curable products or also it'll cure LED curable products. So depending whatever products you're using, let's say like you still have like the older Axiom system, this light will cure it.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, so here I've cured for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to use my chrome. And I'm just taking like a little eyeshadow brush. For sanitary reasons, I can easily dispose of it.
Clean is cute.
Yes, clean is very cute. And here you'll see I'm starting to rub in my chrome powder all over the nail. Always cap the free edge when you're doing this on a real client. So I'm doing this on a nail tip, but for wear, just daily wear and tear, you want to make sure that you cap the free edge, and I have a little trick too. So removing any excess powder right now. Then I like to take either like a buffer or a file, anything, and just one swipe across. The reason why I do this is because I want to make sure that there's no chrome powder on the tip of the nail, so that then when I go in and apply my top coat again, I can fully seal it and cap it. So if you ever see chrome, anytime the tips start to wear off and you start to see the black coming up or whatever the under shade is, that's the reason why. It's because it's chipping. So now I'm actually going to take my No Cleanse top coat again.
I have a question for you. When
Yeah.
you put on the first coat of the No Cleanse, did you cap the free edge with that as well, or no?
You can,
Okay.
but here's the thing. So I don't like to cap the free edge, let's say with the color or the top coat during. I will only do it at the end. The reason why is because it can create a lip.
Right.
And I don't really want to have a lip. But since this look is a little bit more textured, you're going to cover it anyways. If you want to do that, you can.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so now here is how we do the bubble nail. Applying very smoothly, covering the entire nail. Perfect. You can see that highlight.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to take the little soap suds now. So I am going to cure it with the soap suds, right? So I don't want to cure it yet. Taking a little bit of the soap suds, here we have, and then just kind of put it on top of the top coat, uncured. Then put it in the light. And now I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds. So the reason why I'm curing this for 60 seconds is because I'm not using it to attach the chrome. Now I'm using it as a top coat.
Awesome, thank you. We have Gail on Facebook who says she's been using OPI products since the 80s, and
Oh
she
my
has
God.
tons of bottles that are still good.
Isn't that amazing? If you really take care of them, it's crazy how long those products will last. I actually have a couple bottles too that like still have the old packaging, and I absolutely love it.
Cherish them forever. Thanks for sharing, Gail.
Hey, Darlene, we've got a question
Yes.
on Instagram. What chrome color was it that you used?
Yes, great question. So the chrome color that I'm using is the OPI Chrome Effects Pay Me in Rubies. So Pay Me in Rubies is kind of like the pinky one.
It's a great color combination that you did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of like X-Men, like Mystique. How, you know, the girl that's like painted?
Yes.
Kind of reminds me of that a
Oh,
little
yeah. Very textured, too. Nice.
bit. All
Very
right,
cool.
60 seconds. Now, I'm just going to take a nail wipe and I'm going to remove my little suds. And there we have it.
So beautiful. Pretty easy, right?
Super easy. Super, super easy. I do want to call out one thing. So when I tried this look, I also tried it with just a regular top coat just for this step. And it worked. However, because of the tacky layer, because of that inhibition layer, when I went to go press it and really to feel the nail, inside of the bubbles, there was a little bit of tack. So I highly recommend whenever you're doing some sort of bubble nail or anytime you're using chrome, just use a no cleanse. It'll make your life a lot easier. And you get to skip a step.
Yeah, that's always helpful. Save some money.
Yes.
Great, thank you.
All right, so now how can we make this look more holiday? Here I have our little bubble look, and our snow is now going to be bubbly. The shade that I used is Let Love Sparkle. It's a little hard to see, but it's a beautiful blue, pearly shade with some specks of silver glitter.
Great.
Applying my base coat really quickly, just so that I could get some tack.
And similarly, this nail tip is prepped the same way, like last time, buffed it out.
Correct.
Great.
Hey, Sig.
Hi.
While Darlene's applying the base coat, we're getting some questions about the contest. Could you go go over the rules again?
Yes, absolutely. There's two different contests going on. The first is to showcase this really beautiful gift set, and inside you have our primer, Let's Be Friends in Infinite Shine, and our gloss. To enter, all you have to do is follow Nails by Darling Darlene on Instagram, and then subscribe to our OPI Professionals YouTube channel. Once you've done those two things, you can go ahead and comment below and tell us that you checked off those two boxes. We also have a really adorable ornament with nail lacquer Let's Be Friends. And for this, all you have to do is like our live stream. And that's all. Great question, thank you.
This is gonna be exciting.
I know, we're giving away 12 of each, so lots of opportunities to win there. And while you're queuing, I also want to share with everyone that we've added tons of amazing content on our OPI website that is specifically geared towards our professionals. So if you want to learn how to use any of our OPI nail products, learn protocols, pro tips, and some nail art looks, definitely check out our website and our OPI Professionals YouTube channel.
Thank you,
course.
Sig. All this helpful information. So Let Love Sparkle. And don't worry if the first coat looks a little bit sheer, because once I apply the second coat, we're gonna get much more opacity.
Winter Wonderland vibes.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going for.
And I love that there's a little bit of texture in there because of the glitter specks, which makes it really beautiful. Yeah.
Quick little tip. So for my look, I actually use Let's Be Friends instead of Alpine Snow, and I'm gonna tell you why. So Let's Be Friends, it's like a pinky white, right? That pinky white complements the chrome much better. When I originally tried this look with Alpine Snow, there's a little bit of like a green hue that, and it kind of turned it a little bit like yellowish, and I didn't want that. I wanted to have more of a pearly effect.
Yeah.
So these two, like as a color combo, just together looks amazing.
Awesome.
Quick tip.
And then we have Mary on Facebook saying, OMG, Let's Be Friends is such a cute color.
Yes. Applying my second coat now.
Looks good.
Also, because it's a pearly shade, I'm kind of making sure that my shimmer is laying really flat. So let's say you're doing this on a real client. You want to make sure with these types of shades, you actually cap the free edge first and then apply downward versus applying downward and then capping the free edge. You'll then notice like it kind of interrupts the flow of the metallics.
It's a really good pro tip that we also shared on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Cool.
Turning for 30 seconds.
Hi.
Just to let you know, we've got some more people checking in from Argentina,
Ooh,
Trinidad.
hello.
My Argentina team wanted to say hi.
Yay.
So did Sam DeCastro.
Aw,
Oh,
hey Sam. So sweet. Thank you, Megan. Do you want to ask Todd to pull up some of those holiday nail art looks that we've done?
Todd, can you pretty please pull up the holiday nail art looks for me? Okay, so these looks were specially created by our design team and also our top artists.
Shout out to Lisa, Galdina, and Chelsea.
Yes, they did such an amazing job. Actually, and I think the tree was also Sam.
And Samantha.
Samantha, yes. So these looks, have many techniques in them. You'll notice that there's sugaring. There's also a little bit of like dotting. We did some dragging. There's like crystals in there. Perfect for the holiday season, and we did not forget about Hanukkah. You can find all of these looks on our YouTube channel, and also in our Instagram feed on the OPI Pro feed. Our Instagram channel, actually, we just redid it, and now there's a Pro section to it. So please go and subscribe to us, because we're going to continue to do this more often, depending on, let's say, Valentine's Day is coming up. So Lots of fun stuff.
Lots of inspiration, and I also love that we were able to use some of our different products like gel color and powder perfection in one nail look. So definitely check it out for really cool pro tips like that.
Yeah, and they're all super simple. What we really wanted to do is to make sure that these were easy looks that could be easily executed in a salon when you're super busy and you've got lots of clients during the holiday season. It looks difficult, but it's super simple and you can upcharge.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So now what I'm actually going to do is take Let's Be Friends. And what I love about this look is that I didn't need a dotting tool. It didn't need to be perfect, right? And that's what I'm really enjoying with all of these new nail art looks. Because it's kind of nice just not to have to do so much precision. Let's say, especially if you're doing it on 10 nails, right? Kind of looks a little bit more free-flowing.
If you're just joining us, we have Darlene here who's part of the OPI Professionals education team, and she's showing how to take the very trendy bubble nail technique, but make it with a festive twist. So if you have any questions for her, the products that she's using, let us know in the comments below, and also tell us where you're watching from.
Okay. And thank you, Sig. I'm only going to use one coat. The reason why I'm only applying one coat of this is because we're going to apply the chrome on top. So you don't have to worry so much about the saturation or the opacity.
Well, we actually got a really great question on Instagram from Belen. Can you use the same chrome with different colors?
Yes. Oh my God. Of course. You can totally use the same chrome with different colors. Actually, if you were to, let's say, put this on top of black, you'll notice that it's going to look a lot deeper and more rich. If you put it on top of white, it actually has a very light,
tint.
Pearly effect. So the color underneath is very important.
Awesome.
Now, I'm going to add a little bit of the dots, and this is what I meant when I said, I didn't even need a dotting tool. I just went straight from the bottle and just added these little dots to make them look like snow. And I use the tip of my brush. If you notice, I'm not going flat on because OPI, we do have the Pro Wide brushes, so it becomes really helpful. Go.
Cool.
Okay, and they're all different sizes. Curing again.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
We've got some folks on the line saying they're watching from Seattle, from Tijuana. Hey, I have family there. And then they're loving your color combinations.
Oh,
Can you remind us
thank
which
you.
shades you used?
Yes, so shades I'm using Let's Be Friends and Let Love Sparkle.
And these are both from the Hello Kitty collection?
Correct. These
Cool.
are both from the Hello Kitty collection. And chrome is Pay Me in Rubies.
Are there other types of chrome that OPI has?
Yes.
Okay.
We actually also have, let's say, the gunmetal one.
Gold.
Gold. There's
Bronze.
bronze, blue, copper,
Uh-huh.
amethyst,
Yes.
which is the purple, and then mixed metals, which
Perfect.
is like the
Hollow.
halo looking.
Love a good hollow. So while she's curing, do want to remind everyone of our two very special giveaways that we got going on. We've got 12 of these and 12 of these, but two different sets of rules. The easiest one is to get a chance to enter our nail lacquer in Let's Be Friends, which we brought back because it was a very huge cult favorite. All you have to do is like our live stream and tell us that you did it. Then we have a very beautiful Infinite Shine gift set with also Let's Be Friends, has this really cute packaging on it. For this, all you have to do is follow Beautiful Nails by Darlene, and then subscribe to our OPI Professionals YouTube channel and tell us that you did it.
Now, moving on to the next step, I'm taking my Chrome Effects again, and I'm going to actually cover the entire nail. The reason why I'm covering the entire nail is because I want to make sure that the middle portion also gets top coat so it's nice and shiny, even though I won't be applying the bubbles or the chrome to that section because it already has its own sparkle, it already has its own sheen. But I will be curing it for 30 seconds because I am attaching the chrome to certain parts. Don't worry about that because we're going to cure again at the very end, and we're going to cure it for 60 seconds using it as a top coat.
Awesome.
Hey, Darlene and basic. We're getting some questions about where those videos live. That was on YouTube and the website. Is that right?
Yes, so we did a ton of beautiful holiday-inspired nail art looks that we partnered with our design team artists and our top artists. And those live on our OPI Professionals YouTube channel, opi.com, and then OPI_professionals on Instagram. Thank you for your question.
Perfect. Now, taking my chrome, once again, using the same color, Payme Rubies. And I'm using a little eyeshadow applicator. And I want to specifically only apply this onto my white areas where my snow is.
That looks so good.
Yes.
I love the color combo.
And because the colors are so light, honestly, if you get a little bit onto the blue, it's totally okay. So that's why I'm really loving it, because you don't have to be perfect, right? Mm-hmm. Removing excess powder.
Great.
And also, quick tip, using a little buffer or a file, just going across the tip when you're applying this on a client so that the chrome can be fully encapsulated.
Cool.
Now, taking my top coat again, my No Cleanse top coat, covering the entire look. The reason why I'm covering the entire look is because I want to make sure that it lays really flat, especially in the middle, so it'll be even. Now, I'm going to take my soap suds, and I'm going to be really particular about where I apply this. So I'm going to apply it to the top, and I'm also going to apply it to the tip.
Was there a particular type of soap that you prefer to execute this look?
Yes. Okay, so you guys, super easy, but dish soap, just like your basic dish soap or even hand soap, actually cures really well. And you're gonna get a lot of different sizes too. So what I really like, if you do want something like a little bit tighter, like this one on the left, when you
whisk it,
yes. When you whisk it, want to get a lot of air in there, and then it'll create a lot of little tiny bubbles. Okay. If you want to get like bigger bubbles, actually you want to make sure that you're whisking it, but not too much, and it's going to give you much more foam. Or use more soap. I noticed that works too.
Awesome. We're getting a lot of heart eyes on Instagram because of your looks. We did get one particular question though. What was that powder that you used over Let's Be Friends?
Yes, so once again, the powder that I'm using is the OPI Chrome Effects Payme Rubies. So this is our pinky one.
Great.
And I'm curing this for 60 seconds because I am using this as a top coat. So curing for 30 seconds when you're attaching the chrome, but using it as a top coat, you want to cure for 60.
Love it. Somebody observed that the bubble nails looks like snakeskin.
Yes.
So it's really cool that you were able to make it festive.
Thank you.
I think you did a great job.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, we're getting also tons of questions of how to follow you on Instagram. What is your handle?
Oh, my handle is Nails by Darling Darlene.
Awesome.
So here's our final look.
Did you have to wipe that with anything other than a lint-free wipe?
I just used a lint-free wipe because it was just basically soap, water and soap at that point. If you want, what you can do is just have your clients go wash their hands at the very end.
Awesome.
Clean is cute.
Darlene, those are really beautiful looks. Before we sign off, I do want to remind everyone just one more time of our really awesome and very generous giveaways. The first is by liking this live stream, you will be automatically entered to win this really cute ornament with Let's Be Friends and the nail lacquer finish. And then giving Nails by Darling Darlene a follow on Instagram, and then subscribing to our OPI Professionals YouTube channel, you can automatically be entered to win this beautiful gift set with Let's Be Friends and the Infinite Shine Finish. And then comment letting us know that you did both things, and you'll be entered to win.
Don't forget about the nail art looks that are on YouTube and our Instagram feed.
Awesome. You did a really beautiful job executing those looks here at our beautiful Wella studio in Los Angeles. Thank you for sharing your artistry with us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And thank you guys for joining us. Happy holidays.
Bye.